I wish God could be more like Google. I'm just being honest with you, because I have a great relationship with Google. Google knows what I want to ask it before I finish the word. What I like about Google is Google seems to anticipate what I need to know. And God seems to be the opposite, because I'm begging him sometimes to let me know what to do about this relationship, about this decision. What if you could invest your money with the kind of knowledge with which David went to Hebron? What if God would tell you which stock? What if God would tell you how to balance the portfolio? What if God would tell you which position to apply for? Wouldn't that be amazing? If God would order your steps like that, what's that Amazon, what's it called? Echo? Somebody sent us an Amazon Echo recently. I would suggest putting it on your Christmas list. It's an amazing device. This is not a product endorsement. But it's amazing. Do any of you have it? It's voice activated, because sometimes you can't be bothered to have to use your thumbs. So I like Alexa. That's her name, Alexa. I have a relationship with Alexa where I say her name, I say Alexa, and she lights up. Kind of like Holly when I say her. What? She's nodding. And I can tell her what song to play, what task to perform. Alexa, and she lights up and she answers me. She hears me when I call. She's like the Lord. Well, yesterday I walked in and Graham was doing his homework. But I want you to see something. I caught it on my video camera because I never seen anything like this before.
If 88 minus n equals, I don't know. Alexa, what is 19 plus 9?
The sum of 19 and 9 is 28.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you kidding me right now?
About what?
How you doing your homework?
I am checking.
He's checking.
Alexa.
Checking. Touch your neighbor, say, I'm checking. I'm checking. I already did the work. I'm just checking. And see, I have a feeling when David inquired of the Lord, where do I go next? He was already on his way. He was just checking. Because when you walk in God's ways, you will know God's will. All you got to do is check. Jesus said, if I leave, I'll send you the Spirit of truth, and he'll show you the ways to walk in. I'm checking. See, I don't have to ask God about every decision. I don't have to stress about God's will. When I live my life in God's ways, I have the confidence that my steps are ordered. Where's my organ? My steps are ordered by the Lord because I delight in his way. Why aren't y'all on your feet? I'm trying to tell you, you don't have to worry so much about what. When you get your why right, when you walk in the ways of God, when you submit to him, because God's strategy is submission. And now you can sit down because you're not going to like this part. The other S word is submission. And in all of the steps that David took away from the throne for 15 years, into the land of the Philistines, into the place of Ziklag, while it looked like he was moving away from the promise God had made him, he was moving into submission. Submission. The steps of a good man are ordered. Wait a minute. That's what they do in the military. Ordered. And I found out a lot of people will rejoice over the sovereignty of God, but resist submission. And to believe in sovereignty without embracing submission is not faith, it's fairy tale. If I say my steps are ordered by the Lord as a way of excusing my decisions, I have misunderstood the implication of Psalm 37:23. I wonder how much differently we would respond to Psalm 37:23 if we considered the word ordered. Because when David went to God, David didn't give God his opinion. He asked God for his next order. Now, when you live like that, you can have complete and total confidence in every move you make, every breath you take. And whether you're moving away from your goal or toward your goal, you can know I'm in submission, so I'm at peace. Submission brings peace. When you try to get the strategy before submission, you're out of order. And it doesn't work. When you say God orders your steps, understand what you're saying is not that God will take the step for you. It's that he will tell you which one to take. So when I asked God to heal my relationship with my dad, God did not do it until I submitted to the way that he wanted me to do it, which was to humble myself and go into my dad. And instead of proving how right I was and how wrong he was, to find a point of connection. But that required submission. And when I submitted myself to God's way, I experienced God's will. A lot of the things that are not working in my life are because I'm out of order. Sometimes when your finances are out of order, you have the money you need. It's just not in. I think I preached us into a funeral. It's because God is really not first in your priorities. I can tell by your ledger. I can tell because everybody else gets your first and God gets what's left. When you give God your best, he blesses what's left. When you give God what's left, how can you believe him for his best? You're out of order. The 3 times that me and Holly have fought in 15 years of marriage. I might be understating. But when we fight, it's not because we don't have a blessed marriage. It's because something is out of order. Something is out of order. There's a step I'm skipping. See, when I talk to my wife and I need to work something out, the thing I gotta do before I can explain myself is to empathize, which does not come naturally to me. To listen to your wrong point of view before I give you the correct one. But sometimes there's something I need to learn about how you see it so I can come over onto your side. That's why we have so much racial and religious tension in our nation. We're out of order. We're out of order. Before we even listen to one another, we're giving a lesson to the other, but you can't give the lesson until you're willing to listen. So we're out of order. And now we're frustrated because it's not working and we don't know what to do. But David's life is a life is interesting how when he was in order, how everything had a flow to it. The oil flows when you're in order. The Bible says he inquired of the Lord, shall I go up to one of the cities of Judah, which was not, by the way, the ultimate capital, because everything God does, he does in steps and stages. It would be 7.5 more years before David would come into the fullness of his calling. But all you need for now is the next step. David had been making moves. See, he had been working toward this moment where he would go to Judah, and he had sent the men of Judah gifts, and he was set up now. And he asked God, is now the time? Because I don't want to move till you want me to move. And in one sentence, God taught him his next move, because for 15 years, God had taught him to submit. If you can receive this message today and submit your desires, God will tell you what to do when you delight yourself in his way. That's what Psalm 37 says, that he delighteth in his way. I thought that meant, I'm so stupid, I thought that meant for the longest time, I don't know why I can't get this stuff the first time. I thought that meant God delights in his way. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Put it up there. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. I thought that meant that if I'm a good man and my steps are ordered, God will delight in. Well, of course God delights in the way that he orders. That doesn't make any sense. It means that when I delight in his way, see, he delighteth in his way. Who's he? The man whose steps are ordered. When I delight in God's way, I will be in God's will. And my steps will be ordered. And I can stay on this step as long as I need to stay on this step. And I can stay in this season as long as I need to be in this season. Because God, I don't want to go into any greater responsibility or influence until you say I'm ready. I don't want to come out of this oven till I'm ready. I don't want to enter into the promotion until I'm ready. And when you say step, I step, and my steps are ordered. It's a statement of submission. Hey, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single video or live stream, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget, you can join me live every Sunday. Thanks again for watching.